Hi there, Aries. Happy February. Hope the month is off to a great start for you guys. Woo, and it certainly is. With the Sun of Pentacles in reverse, with the Three of Swords in reverse popping out here. Okay. We'll get to that. We'll be doing the Celtic cross today. Okay, and as I was meditating on your sign, Aries, before I turn the camera on, wow, lots going on here, Aries. Father of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, okay. Okay. Already seeing connections having to do with your January 27th, 2017 new moon reading, okay? Speaking to a reevaluation, looking closer at what we see to bring us a sense of stability, emotional groundedness, okay? So a reevaluative process, I'm sensing, is ongoing here, or will be going on, okay? So as I was meditating on your sign, Aries, before I turn the camera on, I got this sense of just a breeze, a breath of fresh air blowing and sweeping out all sort of long settled debris. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. Like the ashes. Okay, just blowing it away. Once and for all, being done, doing away with living in a shadow space. That's what I'm getting. Okay. It's a detox period. It's a clearing house. Okay, and it seems many different ways. Okay. Yes. Fresh air. That's what I'm getting. Fresh air. So there's a clearing happening for you, Aries, it seems. You're doing away with what no longer serves you, right? What does not contribute to your highest good. You're doing away with it in a rather serious way. Here we go. Daughter of Pentacles. I'm feeling this is quite central to the spread, so I'm going to keep it up top in the middle here, okay? Wow. Lots going on, Aries. You are fighting, and in a non-combative way, for your sense of truth, purpose. You are going after what truly resonates with you on a deep level, right? Uncovering the shadow space. Uncovering the shadow space. Opening the windows, letting that fresh air come through and clear out all the stagnant energy. Okay, you're becoming brave about it. That's really what I'm feeling. There's a certain bravery to the process of rebirth even, right? Of detox. Here we go. Sorry guys, one quick second here. yes, yes, Aries, speaking your truth, acting on your truth. Absolutely. Yes, Ace of Swords, clarity of thought, the renewal of the way that we regard our thoughts, the way that we initiate this thought process, right? Even in general, right? The way that we the lineage of our thoughts, right? Having clarity now with the way that we want to think. Okay, so I'm sensing being in control, redefining. Okay, some aspect of the thought process. Absolutely. Okay. Beautiful. Aries. Yes. Ace of Wands. You have two aces. New beginnings afoot. And look at this. Daughter of Cups coming in right beneath the Daughter of Pentacles. Beautiful. Beautiful. A new journey awaits you. You're redefining yourself, the way that you perhaps even communicate. It could even be the speaking out about something that for a long time has been uh, kind of like stowed away, right? Something that has been held back for a while is now being allowed to be let out finally. Okay? The Hanged Man at the sort of theme, the base of the reading here. Okay? Major Arcana. Ooh, and right below the Hanged Man, you have the Devil. Right below the Devil, you have the Sun. My God. Okay, we're gonna get to it, Aries. This is a beautiful sort of transformation here. Okay, that we're getting. So, first, elementally, right? We have a lot of cards flew out. So let us consider those as well here. Okay. Okay, you have a number of swords cards. Okay, you have two swords cards that popped out. The Three of Swords, the Father of Swords on either side. You then have the Ten of Swords coming in from your deep past. Okay, that's the sort of pinnacle of swords expression, right? Right before you step into the sort of archetype of sword energy, which is like the son, the daughter, the mother, and the father of swords. So there's some sort of culmination of a process that concerned your thinking, your thoughts, your means of analysis, right? One that perhaps took a detour, went a little overboard, right? Excessive thoughts, maybe even negative thinking. I'm feeling that as well, okay? The thoughts not serving you in a positive way, okay? And that situation reached its absolute climax, it seems, in your deep past. Absolute excess. Too much air energy, too much swords energy. Swords are the air element, right? They speak to thoughts, the logical mind, the rational mind. They speak to communication, okay? When it's the 10, right, it's sort of like communication gone awry, right? Okay, perhaps, could be. Now, And I will say this, communication, even with yourself, right? The thoughts we think, the way we speak to ourselves, our thought patterns, right, can be a form of communication with ourself, right? So it doesn't always have to be spoken with someone else. So this can be referring to an inborn process, a more internal process that regards your thinking, or a very sort of sticky, combative verbal rapport or situation that you have with someone or a group of people. But I'm thinking that I'm feeling there's a way that you're defining yourself that is under grand transformation. Okay, I'm sensing that this is internal, but let's get right to it. Okay, or rather proceed. So we were saying you have strong sword energy, very strong sword energy coming from your deep past, leading into your current state, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Beautiful energy to have. Okay, the untying of these knots that sort of we ruminated on for so long, perhaps tied to the past. So, and then even further, you move into the Ace of Swords in your near future, right? So it's this degradation of Swords energy back to its sort of purest form, the Ace, the very first expression of the sword suit. Okay, so going from a 10 to an ace, wow, that is beautiful. I mean, look at these two cards, right? Look at the shift, right, in energy. It's almost like, right, we think sometimes that having more thoughts, thinking more about something, being more analytical about something will bring us more clarity. But in a way, it's like an illusion, right? There's more chaos with these 10 swords. But with this one sword, right, it's that inkling of an inspired thought, right? One that is unmuddled, pure, sort of true, coming from within ourselves, not influenced by the thoughts of others, right? Because swords can represent verbal banter with others, communication, conversations with others, arguments. So it's more complicated, it's more complex. When you have the Ace of Swords, it's just the very first, it's self-initiated, right? It's the initiation, the coming out of a spoken word in a way, right? Or a thought, or a new form of thinking. So it's very internal. I'm sensing that this is getting to the root and the base of sort of the way that you handle your thought process, okay? There's a stripping down, a detox, absolutely peeling the layers. Something was there were so many layers to sort of the complex analytical situation that you are stripping down, coming out with a truth of some sort in a way where you are just unabashed. You are adamant, sticking to your guns, holding close, right, to your to what you truly feel, getting down to the root of who you are, Aries. This is, I mean, you have two aces here. You have two aces here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. It's a redefinition and a process of redefining the way that you think and the way that you act, right? So your behavior, your motivations, your habits, your patterns, right? And those that are internal within your mind, right? As the sort of impetus, right? Elementally, air is depicted as sort of the thought, right? The conception of an idea. Whereas wands, fire, is the implementation that carries the seed of that idea into manifestation, creation, fruition, right? So they work together. And I'm getting that there's a huge emphasis on the revelation that what we think is what we create. And the realization that those two things are very much tied together, that you are in absolute control in a way of your destiny, of your environment, of your world, right? Really scaling down, right? Getting rid of excess thoughts, the muddled thinking, the skewed perception, right? And getting to the root of it, getting to the base of it. And taking the stand that, you know what, I don't want to live like this. Or I'm tired of the situation. This no longer suits me, right? This does not support my my sort of highest potential, right? Realizing that, and then saying, okay, so if I don't want to live like that, right, I have to redefine the way that I approach the manifestation of what I do want, right? Being aware of my thoughts, and having control over my thoughts. Whereas this Ten of Swords is like thoughts out of control. The Ace, I mean, it's harnessed. This one sword is harnessed. It's like at your service, right? Whereas this is like 10 swords, chaos everywhere. Okay? So, you're regaining control over your elements in a way. That's what I'm sensing. Embarking on a new path, one in which you hold the reins too. Okay? Whereas previously, perhaps, you felt at the mercy, maybe even, of your thoughts, or an overly dependent on an intellectual, rational approach. Okay, now stripping that away and getting to the core, being very true to yourself about what it is that you want to manifest and see come to fruition around you or within you, even one and the same. So aside from that concept, right, of the wands and the swords, air and fire, the interplay, we also have, and you have another wands card here as your hopes and or your fears. It is the Daughter of Wands. So many daughters. Beautiful. There's a maturation, right, I'm sensing, of and a greater harnessing of the elements. Okay, I'm sensing you learned a lot from this experience, a lot from this past experience, and it's matured you in a way where you now understand yourself better. There's greater clarity that you have moving forward in terms of even what do I want, right? I saw what I didn't want. I experienced what I didn't want to experience. It got to the point where I said, that's enough. Right? This is not for me. So moving on from that, what do I want? What do I want to create? And alas, here is the first step on this journey that you're embarking on, it seems. Okay? Beautiful energy. Beautiful, Aries. Now, you have a lot of pentacles as well, speaking to the earth element. Speaking to our sense of groundedness. Okay. The redefining of what makes us feel grounded. And I touched upon this concept again in the January 27th new moon reading. Okay. This concept was quite prominent in that reading. So, and I am sensing it here, right? There is a reformation of your identity, even. Okay, reevaluating, right? How do we want to move forward, right? How we want to be in charge, right, of what we create. And really thinking about what is going to bring us a true sense of groundedness and stability. And that being a new journey that you're sort of embarking on, right? And I'm sensing that it has to do with what satisfies you and you, not anyone in your environment, but you, emotionally, on an intuitive level, right? Because see, the 10 of Swords is it's a very engaging energy, right? It's very sort of externalized, right? You have 10 swords. But this Daughter of Cups, which is lying right beneath this Daughter of Pentacles, speaking to this sort of embarking on this new journey to attain groundedness and stability in a true way, is very much speaking to our internalized approach to happiness in a way, right? It's going within. Cups speak to emotions, speak to being in touch with our emotions, right? Our sense of vulnerability, our intuitiveness, right? Being in touch with that. So I'm sensing that that is somehow integral to your sense of groundedness. Being in touch with your emotions is sort of the answer to, that's what will light your path and guide you forward. Okay? Is listening to your intuition. Is the harmony that you have within yourself and with your emotions, right? Not fighting how you feel, not hiding your emotions or how you truly feel about a situation, really going with the flow with how we feel, being at peace with how we feel. Okay? And you have a Pentacles card as you exit out of the month. It's the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and it's leading straight into the future, kind of. So we will get to that card as we move through the spread. But you have another Pentacles card right here in your advice position, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, and of course the Son of Pentacles popped out as well in reverse, alongside the Three of Swords. So let's get right into it, Aries. Now, going from your deep past, the situation of the Ten of Swords, which we spoke about, right? Overbearing, heavy, mental anxiety energy. We move into the reversed Ace of Cups. And let me tune in here. I'm sensing that after this sort of mental battle, I'm not sure why I want to call it that, but I'm compelled to call it that. After this mental battle of some sorts, you sort of set your sights um, on the refreshment and the revival of your emotional state. Like you wanted a new start. You were hopeful in some way for a new start. You wanted a new beginning. You were trying, but it was slow coming, right? Almost like if you imagine two boxers in a ring, right? And just one of them is getting pummeled, just absolutely um, um, destroyed in a way, right? Which is kind of the feeling that we have here. It's a very battle-like energy, right? Where this bull is just defeated, okay, has nothing left in him. Drained. I'm getting that this Ace of Cups is like saying, wanting a new start, being almost desperate, in need of emotional rejuvenation, right? But not even being able to quite reach for it, not having the strength to enable that new beginning in a way. So I'm sensing with the analogy of the boxers in the ring, the vision I'm getting, and this is in your deep to recent past, is almost like, right, one guy getting absolutely pummeled, um, knocked out, right, but at the very last sort of breath, he still has that fighting spirit, right? Lifts his arm up, looking at his opponent like, I have more in me, right? But he's on the ground, not able to get up, not actually able to make the move that he wanted to make, right? That's what I'm feeling with this Ace of Cups in reverse. Is like the gasping, not being able to take the cup, drink the water, have the new beginning, make that new start happen. Okay, so it was a shift in your mindset, maybe the realization that a renewal of emotions needs to be had, but not having the strength quite yet to take that step. Okay, but nonetheless, a shift in perception, an opening of the mind in terms of what is needed to get you out of this situation. Okay. So there's definitely an awareness that took place, just not an ability to act on it. However, and you know what? You have not two, you have three aces, Aries. Three. Okay? You have been trying to enable a new start within your life. Okay, it seems that you were stagnant in a phase of that transformation and that renewal and that reinvention. But you moved into the Ace of Wands. Okay, you went from an Ace of Cups reversed to an Ace of Wands. I'm taking control of the situation. I am taking the reins, right? This is like a flash of inspiration, a flash of insight. Passion, creativity, zest, life being injected back into you. It's like a bolt of electricity, right? Here, it's like lifeless, right? It's there's no life left in this card. It's completely drained in a way. Then here we have, right, the impetus, but not the follow through in a way, right? Here we have, alas, the Ace of Wands that's carrying this Ace of Cups energy, right? Into action, into manifestation, okay? Not just the hoping, but the doing something about it now. And that energy, harnessing that energy, led you into the Seven of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. Finally, letting down the swords here. Stepping out of that web. Stepping out of that web of swords, web of ways of thinking, thoughts, entrapment. Okay, thoughts that trap you, cage you, keep you down, hold you down, keep you thinking and wondering in unhealthy ways, maybe even, right? You're stepping out of that situation. You are bursting out of the box. New ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. Doing away with the old thought processes, thoughts that that held us back from our truth, from following our true passion and path forward. Okay, and your advice here is the Four of Pentacles upright. I'm getting that this is a state of laying the groundwork in an open-minded way of what truly makes you feel grounded. Look at this card, right? Even though it depicts pentacles, which is more of a structured, regimented sort of energy, it's earth energy, it's stable, right? There is a creativity to this card. Okay, it's showing the sort of the alchemy almost even, right? Reminding you that you are the one who lays the structure and foundation of what you one day want to reap and sow, what you want to see in the future, what you want to bring to culmination and fruition. And it's lying right in between, sort of wedged at the angle of this path of energy going from the Ace of Wands through your current state and into the Ace of Swords. I'm sensing that you want to conquer this previously overpowering mental energy and thought process, way of thinking. You want to outdo it. And I'm sensing it's within yourself. Okay, but having to do with your environment, right? Expectations. This I'm sensing also is expectations, right? Being held down by the expectations of others, or what we perceive to be the expectations of others, right? Those thoughts looming heavily on us, or even on our subconscious, okay? Not speaking our full truth because of that, right? Look at this fox slyly sort of lying over one sword that's faced in the opposite direction than all of these other swords. It's almost like the fox is afraid of revealing that this one sword is not actually going in the direction of these other swords, right? Being the lone wolf, being the black sheep. And so you have it in reverse. So it's the fox is now coming out, right, with its truth, right? And letting all of these other swords drop and fall away, right? So it's coming out of a box saying, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I believe in, okay? Even if it's to yourself, right? And reclaiming your sense of initiative and power within the situation that regards how you perceive situations, how you rationalize them, how you process them, okay? And you're moving straight into that energy. But you must lay, right, the sort of groundwork, defining, right, what really makes you happy? I'm sensing that this is a very pivotal moment for you. You're really planting the seeds, is what I'm feeling. Putting the elements in place, right? Like, this is what I want to grow. This is what I want to harvest. In a way that's creative, open-minded, true to you, true to you. This is unregimented earth energy. The beginning stages of laying the groundwork, okay? Laying the groundwork. So I'm sensing you're being very open-minded, okay, about the this rerouting, right, that's taking place. You're in command. You're in control, Aries. Oh yeah, beautiful. Now, moving into this Ace of Swords energy, definitely this revival of this previously climaxed situation that really held you down. Okay, so there's greater freedom here, there's greater clarity here, speaking your truth, being unashamed of what it is you believe, what you want to do and how you want to move forward. And even just being strategically clear about that, right? And in your hopes and your fears position, you have the Daughter of Wands. I'm sensing that this is a hope. Okay, I'm sensing that this is a hope. Although hopes and fears can oftentimes be one and the same, right? What we want can also be what we fear in some ways, right? But I am sensing that you have a lot of assertive energy here. Okay, you're taking a stand with something. You're no longer lying in the shadow space, in the shadows, and you're not taking a seat. You're not taking a seat like this fox. You're taking a stand like these wands and swords. Okay? That is sort of the best depiction that I can give of how this energy feels, okay? Now, this Daughter of Wands is sort of the very first foray into the utilization of fire energy in a mature, wise, experienced manner, right? So I'm sensing that what you hope is to really harness, gain control over how you wield your fire energy. Being in absolute command of that. You calling the shots on how you want to see things done, right? Rather than being at the mercy of a situation, you now want to sort of design your situation and what you want to see come about, okay? Moving into the Seven of Pentacles in reverse in your final outcome position, you have sort of this, I'm getting, right, like progress in terms of this laying of the foundation of this new path of attaining or way of attaining groundedness, right, is being made, but in an unconventional way, right? If you look at this card, it speaks to the earth element, but it's almost monotonous, right? There's so much routine. It's meticulous. It's almost absurdly aligned in a way that is leaves no room for creativity, right? There's a boxed in feeling with this card. But you have it in reverse, okay? And you have the Four of Pentacles upright, which is the creative manifestation of this earth energy, which speaks to strategy and manifestation, fruition. But when you move into this card in reverse, I'm getting that you are going to be making progress, right? The Seven of Pentacles speaks to progress. But in reverse, I'm getting that you're going to be going about it in a way that is not just conventional, not just standard. You are, again, taking the road, even if it's less traveled, that speaks to your personal truth. Yes, yes, Aries, okay? Yes. And you're going to make that progress nonetheless. Even if you don't follow how other people do things, if you're following your own path, right, per se, you're going to make that progress one way or another. And that's what I'm feeling. Even if it's not what other people expect. Okay. Now, moving into your environmental energy, you have the Daughter of Cups right beneath this Daughter of Pentacles. You have almost every daughter on almost every daughter card in the deck in your spread. You almost have everyone except for the Daughter of Swords. Okay. So, the embarking on a new journey that regards our groundedness, our emotional satisfaction, and our the way that we act, the way we behave, the way that we control our actions, right? The way we harness our fire energy, our passion, our creativity in a way that is conducive to creating the world we want, right? Working in harmony within ourselves, coming into balance. Coming into balance, Aries, is a big theme here. Okay? So, with the Daughter of Cups, in your environment position, right beneath this Daughter of Pentacles, what I'm feeling is that you are going to be sailing and embarking on this new path towards your emotional stability and fulfillment, even if it means sailing alone. Okay, even if it means sailing alone. It could be a period of reflective energy, right? Really sitting and thinking within yourself, right? Not externalizing our actions or our feelings, but really going within and contemplating what direction you want to move in. Okay, what really makes me emotionally satisfied? What do I want to do? It's a very creative energy, right? And I feel like everyone and everything, all the hurdles are going to be just sort of moving out of your way so that you can sort of glide down your path, if that makes sense. Look at this Daughter of Cups. Right? It's depicted by this this duckling just ready to set off on this enchanting new journey forward, right? There are no distractions around the duck, right? It's not like a card that has, like, you know, multiple cups on it. It's just one cup and it's just one duck, and the duck is looking off, you know, into sort of the future, at what's in front of him, thinking about the journey ahead in a hopeful way, in an enchanted way. So I'm sensing that there's going to be this quiet time, in a way, this stillness that allows you to just be alone, be within your own thoughts in a healthy way, in a way where you're really thinking about how you can contribute to your journey in the most positive way. All right? Moving into your final outcome of the sort of energetic pathway that you're moving into, you have the Son of Swords, which is interesting because the Son of Swords is flying right into the Daughter of Cups, almost like swooping up the Daughter of Cups. Look at these two cards together. There's so much air in this spread, so much lightness, right? Where before we were held down, we were boxed in, we were restricted, right? We are now enlightened in so many meanings of the word, right? Enlightened, actually feeling lighter, right? When we detox, when we let go of what doesn't serve us, we become lighter, right? And similarly, right, even in terms of our spiritual sense of enlightenment in a way, right? Having a spiritual sort of awareness is also a form of enlightenment. So I'm sensing that there is this quiet space that you are really getting into deeply that is allowing you to listen to your intuition, to open the doors of who you really are and allow your true self to shine through. I'm getting that there is a synchronization of some sort between, there's an acceleration of energy, Aries, and a very mature manifestation of this previously almost like immature, not immature, but irresponsible almost way of handling the air energy, right? In a way where that disempowered us, right? Is now transforming into a very mature energy, right? The Son of Swords, it's the archetype, it's the embodiment of the intellect in a way that is wise and with a path, right? Not chaos, haphazard, out of control. So I'm sensing that it's this harmony that's happening with all of the elements of your being, okay, that are working in synchrony together, almost like steps, right? Embarking on this new path emotionally, opening up emotionally, then somehow is the enablement to the moving forward, even in terms of how we think through a process, strategize a process, right? Opening up emotionally, being vulnerable even to ourselves perhaps, or being open to the journey ahead of us is what's enabling this, the movement and the progress and the clarity of our path that we want to move forward on. Okay, it's the clearing house, the clearing up of energy, the clarification of what we want and where we want to go is what I'm seeing here. Okay, with the Son of Swords swooping right into the Daughter of Cups, it's almost like this needs to happen, even if it's just mentally, right, in order for this to happen. Right? The Son of Swords is waiting for the Daughter of Cups to swoop it up and fly. So it's almost an interweaving effect of energy too, right? And I'm sensing that it's going to happen rather intuitively for you. You're going to get sort of in the groove. You're going to get into your groove of opening up the doors to your emotional self, and then from there in swings this sort of newfound awareness of sort of the way you handle your thoughts and a new sort of strategy around it, right? On how to handle this creative journey, one that speaks to our emotions and our intuition greatly. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, for the theme of the reading, we got at the very base of the deck the Hanged Man. Okay, speaking to a period of introspection, waiting, hanging in the dark, in the mystery, inevitably, but not without an intuitive clarity of the path and the journey and the transformation ahead. If you look at the Hanged Man, this bat has open eyes, right? Waiting in the dark. Sort of knowing, yes, the dark must pass, the night must pass in order for the day to rise and the sun to come up, right? But nonetheless, waiting with open eyes, eager. I'm sensing that, yes, this is, you are in a moment, a period of transformation, and you sense that, and you intuitively feel that you are going to sort of awaken in a very real way. I'm sensing that a lot of this energy here is intuitive. You're intuitively going with the flow. It's not necessarily rationalized in a very, outright way, which makes sense because you're moving from an overly rationalized perspective to suddenly the dropping of that tendency, and then the absolute dropping of that to the very rebirth of this expression of ourselves, right? As it regards our thought processes. This is the I'm sensing this is fast energy that's moving. It's a fast transformation. And though, right? Your sort of macro perspective of this whole thing is this awareness that you're going through a transformation that really speaks to your being, that really speaks to the core of who you are and who you want to express yourself as, right? And that's the fundamental sort of scape, right? Landscape even of all of this energy, right? That's taking place. And beneath that is the devil, which oftentimes speaks to a sense of over-dependence on tangible groundedness, on the things that we believe will bring us groundedness, right? It can speak to even a certain expression of greed, right? Depending on how it appears in the spread. But you have it right above the sun. So, I'm getting that, see, the sun and the devil are somewhat polar energies, right? The sun is not really tangible, right? The rays of light, its power, its magnitude, its capability to reach far places is almost transcendental, right? It's not tangible, but it's so powerful and it's so impactful, right? Contrasted with the energy of the Devil card, which is very grounded, which is very dependent on physical attainment, on markers of success and movement forward, on restriction almost even, right? Where the sun rises, right, the mountain goat also rises in a way, but just to the top of the mountain, right? So there's a certain level of, look, the Devil also is sort of the obstinate insistence on getting what one desires. Okay, in a way that is like, I'm gonna get it no matter what sort of energy. Whereas the sun is like hopeful, philanthropic almost, loving, fun-loving, open-mindedness, free, right? Not needing something to feel grounded, something tangible, redefines the way we're able to feel grounded and feel stable. And there's this irony, right? This dichotomy of what sort of defines groundedness, right? In a way, tangible things can give us a sense of groundedness, but too much dependence on grounded things and tangible sort of markers of success or attainment can also weigh us down, right? Not achieving those things or losing those things in some aspects leaves a space open for vulnerability. Whereas the detachment to tangible things allows for a sense of groundedness that is derived from the inside out rather than the outside in, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is a more internal energy, right? The life, the spark, the energy, the passion, very much like this Ace of Wands card, right? Coming forward in a very enterprising way. Not needing anyone or anything to move forward, right? Moving forward on the path that we believe in, that we're passionate about, that we desire from a place that's within us rather intuitively, right? Rather than sort of this tunnel vision of dependence on material sense of groundedness. So I'm sensing that it's the doing away with this sort of previous perception of what makes us feel grounded, and the approach that we took in the past, perhaps, with attaining that groundedness that will enable this sun to shine through. Right? So it's the transformative energy, right, that overlays it all. Through which this energy needs to rise and transform and be released and redefined, okay, for this energy of the sun. The ultimate connection with oneself, sense of intuition, okay, to shine forward, lead the way, right? Sun brings light, brings clarity to a degree as well, which is the stark opposite of this Hangman card, right? Being in the dark. And what separates the sun and the darkness is the awakening, right, from this situation that needs to happen. Okay. So thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful February. It seems that there's so much transformative, beautiful, eye-opening energy here for you within the month. So I will be back with your mid-February readings, hopefully within the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. Also, I will say this. You might want to check out your ascendant, rising, or moon sign, as sometimes those are, if not just as accurate, even more accurate. I know that I tend to resonate very well with my moon sign, sometimes even more than my sun sign. So if you don't know your moon or rising sign, feel free to click the link below in the description box. Put in your birth details, your birth time, and things like that, and it'll compute for you your details as it regards your birth chart, okay? So thank you so much again for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys in mid-February.